Right. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. It's 4 p.m. Eastern Time here in Boston, and I am today with Andrew Gross, Elizabeth da Silva, and Annie Kuhn. I'll give them the opportunity to present themselves as well. But first of all, I would like to thank all of you for joining us today in this great webinar where we're going to talk about investment opportunities in New Jersey and learn a little bit more about this great state. And if you're thinking about starting a new business or investing in New Jersey, today is the day that you'll be able to, ask some questions. Of course, our hosts and guests, they will present a lot of information, but we'll try to make that interactive as well. So please feel free to ask any questions you may have. Something very important in this webinar is that we do have a real-time interpreter here. Okay, so she will translate from Portuguese to English and from English to Portuguese. And you can click, I think in the bottom of your Zoom there should be an option so that you can join that simultaneously translation. Okay, so please do that before we get started here. As we always do in our webinars, we just want to give a brief intro at Drummond Advisors. So my name is Henrique Tsukamoto. I'm currently the tax director here at Drummond. As I said, I'm based in Boston, where Drummond was incorporated 15 years ago. And our main objective was to help companies from all over the globe to start operating in the US. We like to say that we are a one-stop shop. We're offering everything needed in legal, accounting, compliance, tax, immigration, so that we can help companies to get established here and also grow in the US market in the best way possible. Okay. So in this internationalization process, we are able to help from the planning stage. So in terms of tax purposes, for example, we always offer a lot of tax planning to our clients, which is very important so we can understand all the implications of, setting a foot here in the US. But we also have a lot of companies and also clients that do need to understand the tax implications, not only in the US, but also abroad. And we can work in that bridge to facilitate the understanding so that in the end of the day, we can add value to all the shareholders of these entities. Okay. Our team is composed of lawyers, accountants, consultants, and today we have more 300 employees. And we have more or less 12,000 clients, which we are helping to grow and achieve their objectives here in the United States. Um, Again, guys, we want to make sure that this is interactive. So if you have any questions, please post your questions in the chat. Not going to take much time talking about Drummond, but I would like to introduce our guest speakers here. So we do have Andrew Gross, which is the Director of International Innovation and Partnerships at New Jersey EDA. Elizabeth da Silva, she is the Assistant Vice President of Business Development for Invest Newark. And we have Andy Kuhn, the Business Development Director for Choose New Jersey. Guys, thank you so much for being here today. I'll give the word to you. So please go ahead. The floor is yours. Thank you so much.
Hi, good afternoon. Boa tarde. O meu nome é Elizabeth da Silva. Eu estou agora recentemente no Invest Newark, aqui na cidade de Newark, New Jersey. Somos localizados cá na Mulberry Street, em Newark. Somos mais ou menos uns 25 empregados, agora que somos existentes agora no Invest Newark. Esses temos negócios que vêm na cidade, estão à procura de um sítio para abrir o seu negócio, estão à procura de expender o seu negócio. Também assistimos com empréstimos, se necessitam. Também fundos perdidos, às vezes também assistimos com a aplicação de fundos perdidos, se o negócio está à procura disso. Ou com licenças, se estão à procura de abrir um negócio. O processo da licença, às vezes em Newark, é um pouco difícil. Assistimos com isso também. Outra vez, meu nome é Elizabeth da Silva. Estou com a Invest Newark, sou assistente VP de negócios. E se tiver algumas perguntas, pode perguntar durante a sessão. Obrigada. Agora vamos agora para um pequeno introdução da cidade de Newark, New Jersey. Temos mais ou menos 320 mil residentes agora na cidade. 500 mil desses residentes são a população diária que vem todos os dias para a cidade. Temos também uma grande grupo de estudantes na cidade, mais de 60 mil estudantes de universidades, que são os alunos de NJET, Rutgers, Seton Hall e Essex County College. Também temos um grande grupo de passageiros que frequentam a cidade de Newark ou passam para a cidade, que seria para o Penn Station, mais de 100 mil passageiros diários. Visitantes, temos mais de 94 milhões de visitantes anuais que vêm e visitam vários sítios aqui na cidade, que seja o Prudential Center, NJ Symphony Hall, e até o Branchbrook Park, que é um parque grandíssimo que temos na cidade, no North Ward. E também grandes empresas, como o Prudential, o Audible, Panasonic, New Jersey Transit, McKinsey and Company e Mars Wingley. Também são empresas grandes que temos aqui na cidade de Newark. Pode seguir. O grupo de pessoas de descente ou que vêm do Brasil, mais ou menos temos agora na cidade de Newark mais de 15 mil. Esse número penso que é um pouco baixo, penso que é mais que isso. Dos setores que fazem vários negócios, como tecnologia, cinema, pequenos negócios como boutiques, até temos e de cafés, restaurantes e o nosso grande festival do Brazilian Day. Newark é uma porta de entrada de muitos mercados aqui nos Estados Unidos. Temos muitas empresas brasileiras no setor outra vez, de alimentos, pequenos negócios como boutiques ou retail, como a gente diz, cinema e de logística, ou seja, IT. Newark é não apenas é um local, mas é uma plataforma de crescimento. Como você vê, não sei se muitas pessoas que estão aqui neste webinar há visitado Newark, mas Newark tem uma grande população brasileira. E muitas dessas pessoas que vêm abrem o seu negócio aqui na cidade de Newark. Pode seguir. Localizações e pontos de alto tráfego. Como você vê aqui nesta demográfica que temos aqui, a University Heights, que é onde tem muitos estudantes e jovens profissionais. Temos mais de 60 mil. Prudential Center, mais de 2 milhões de visitantes anuais que vêm e passam a ver vários eventos na cidade. A área do Penn Station também temos muito tráfego e passageiros, mais de 58 mil passageiros por dia. Centro da cidade e Broad Street, claro, é o centro mais alto de tráfego, com mais de 32 mil carros por dia que passam. Pode seguir. Vários restaurantes, lojas, boutiques que temos presente aqui na cidade de Newark. Isto é só um exemplo para você ver. Isto são aquelas marcas mais populares que temos aqui nos Estados Unidos, que estão localizadas aqui na cidade de Newark, New Jersey, como Applebee's, Jersey Mike's, Gap, Foot Locker, Cold Stone, Home Depot, Panera Bread, Burlington, Whole Foods, IHOP. Isto é um grupo de restaurantes, lojas, claro, padarias, gelados, e também um sítio que vende várias ferragens, que é muito grande e muito conhecido nos Estados Unidos. Estes sítios são alta população, empregam muita gente na cidade de Newark e são de grande crescimento. Pode seguir? E depois temos aqui um grupo de vários negócios que estão aqui na cidade de Newark, New Jersey, como Casa Nova Grill, que está aqui há mais de 20 anos. Toque Final é uma boutique pequena que vende roupas e acessórios do Brasil, diretamente. A Amazônia Brasil foi a primeira loja aqui no, em Newark, New Jersey, que abriu com vários produtos brasileiros. The Taste of Brazil também é um restaurante pequeno que tem dois lugares aqui no estado de New Jersey. E temos o HML Spa, que é um spa com médico e enfermeiras também no local que fazem vários serviços. Eu penso que no momento tem como quatro negócios aqui no estado de New Jersey. Emporium Supermarket é um supermercado também que está aqui há mais de 20 anos, na cidade de Newark, New Jersey, que vende vários produtos brasileiros, espanhóis e americanos, claro. Um, Ilha da Capoeira é um sítio que assiste vários jovens aqui na cidade e aprende capoeira e vários outros martial arts. Sabor Unido é um negócio que também está aqui na cidade de Newark, New Jersey, há mais de 20 anos, que serve comida brasileira. Mantena é um non-profit aqui na cidade de Newark, New Jersey. Também está aqui há mais de 20 anos, que assiste a comunidade brasileira. Harvest English Institute também é um instituto que prende ou ensina vários residentes aqui na área de Newark, New Jersey e na área de New Jersey a falar inglês. Pode seguir? Varejo de supermercados e aqui na área. Residentes de Newark gastam mais de 2 milhões de dólares por ano fora da cidade com restaurantes. Traga o seu negócio aqui para o estado de Newark, New Jersey. Aqui temos vários locais que podem verem e ter vários espaços para frequentar aqui na cidade de Newark. Se está à procura de abrir um restaurante, uma boutique, uma cafeteria, o que deseja, claro. Também temos muito espaço para manufacturing aqui na cidade. Se temos, por exemplo, um negócio que está à procura de abrir uma companhia de açaí, que é uma companhia brasileira que está à procura de abrir um sítio aqui na cidade. Por isso, o nosso crescimento aqui na cidade de Newark, New Jersey, é muito grande e estamos aqui para ajudar, se tiver interesse, claro. Pode seguir. Aqui tem um demográfico de habitantes residentes aqui na área. Ah, Como você vê, de habitantes temos 8,3 milhões de habitantes. Residentes aqui no estado de Newark, New Jersey, 3,2 milhões. Mais ou menos 39 anos de idade é o que frequentam. E residências com crianças, 816 mil. O estado de New Jersey é muito grande e a cidade de Newark, New Jersey é a mais grande no estado de New Jersey. Por isso, o espaço que temos para crescer é muito grande e, claro, estamos aqui para ajudar. A Invest Newark está pronto para ajudar quem tiver interesse em vir para a nossa cidade. Pode seguir. A área comercial aqui é como você vê. Aqui está o demográfico. Isto, como eu digo, é um exemplo só. Solteiros, gente solteira aqui, mais ou menos é 705 mil de habitantes. Poder elite é 630.496, que é 19,9% mais ou menos. Jovens solos urbanos aqui na cidade, 293.772, que é um 9%. Mas com um tipo de cultura ou culturais é 697.192, que é 22% das pessoas aqui na cidade. Isto é só um exemplo. Pode seguir? Incentivos e apoio. Aqui na cidade de Newark temos vários incentivos e para fazer financiamento aqui. Aqui Invest Newark ajuda. Como temos um reembolso até US$ 50.000 ou 50% dos custos de equipamentos que você compra para o seu negócio. Isto é um subsídio do estado de New Jersey, ou NJEDA, que a gente ajuda em você aplicar. E tem um programa de subsídio também de empresa de desenvolvimento do assistente aluguel. Ou que seja, 20% do seu pagamento anual do aluguer que você recebe para trás durante os 2 anos. Programa de apoio e comércio de pequenas empresas do NJEDA, com consulta gratuita do e-commerce e marketing digital, que eles ajudam que qualquer tipo de marketing que você precisa, que também é um programa grátis, que é de fundos perdidos, que não tem que pagar para trás. Invest Newark também tem direitos até a US$ 500.000 de outras formas de capital que a gente ajuda. Apoio a empresas locais. A gente ajuda, como o Invest Newark, é um dos organizações que ajuda pequenos negócios ou grandes. Newark Alliance é outro departamento ou organização que ajuda. E outros também oferecem assistência, com certeza. Marketing Expertise, oportunidades de marketing da Invest Newark. Newark Restaurant Week é um programa que a gente tem todos os anos que ajuda a pôr outros negócios, outros restaurantes, cafetarias, em ter o seu nome, não é? A ter um programa comunitário para suportar os pequenos negócios. Um programa Backstop da Greater Newark Enterprise Corporation também é um marketing programa, seja, desenvolvimento de séries sociais que também ajudam em apoiar pequenos negócios. Pode seguir. Isto é só um exemplo de vários negócios aqui na cidade que cá posto uma noção, ou seja, uma referência, como o Freshco, há posto com residentes de Nova Jersey. Nossa inspeção para Newark há feito todo o sentido e estamos muito entusiasmados por entregarmos ao bairro e à comunidade. Isto é um sítio que abriu não há muito tempo, mas faz muito negócio aqui na cidade de Newark, New Jersey. E temos outro também, como o New Jersey Mike's, que é um tipo restaurante que vende vários sumos e sanduíches de vários tipos. É um sítio que está não só em New Jersey, mas noutras partes aqui dos Estados Unidos. Um, e há crescido muito. Como ele pôs um exemplo que gosto muito de que foi feito na Halsey Street, isso é tipo uma rua cá aqui na cidade de Newark, New Jersey, que há crescido muito. Há vários negócios cá abrido lá, como o Whole Foods, e tem vários apartamentos também na área que também há ido muitos residentes há vivido nesses apartamentos. Ele achou que colocar um Jersey Mike's era a melhor decisão para ele e eles também, o negócio deles também há envolvido muito na área de Newark, New Jersey. Pode seguir. Se tiver algumas perguntas, quer abrir o seu negócio aqui na cidade de Newark, New Jersey, tem algumas perguntas depois desta sessão, por favor, pode contactar a Emily Mans, que é a nossa diretora executiva aqui dos negócios para Invest Network. O número dela está lá aqui e o seu e-mail, ou também pode me contactar a mim, Elizabeth da Silva. O meu número também está aqui no Contacte-nos e também o meu e-mail. E se tiver algumas perguntas depois dessa sessão, por favor, pode contactar a qualquer hora por e-mail ou por telefone. Muito obrigada.
Muito obrigado, Elizabeth. Eu acho que ficou claro ali, tá, pessoal? Acho que um grande ponto que eles vinham perguntar é realmente que do ponto de contato, né? Então, se eles estiverem interessados em investir em Newark, a melhor maneira ali é mandar e-mail para você. Deve ter um website também, né, para entrar em contato,
Também temos
telefone.
o website que é www.investnewark.org.
Perfeito, perfeito. Então, tá bom, Elizabeth. Vou passar aqui a palavra pro Andrew e depois a gente parte também pro nosso
Tá,
Q&A. Andrew,
obrigado.
thank you so much. Andrew, floor is yours, my friend.
Hey, thanks so much. I just want to first thank our friends at Drummond Advisors for organizing today's presentation. And thank you to Liz at Invest Newark. Liz is a great example of how diverse New Jersey is and the many languages and cultures that we have in our state. And we're very proud of the fact that the state of New Jersey is actually, we would argue, the most diverse state in the United States. And that's a great thing for Brazilian companies and for Brazilian people who are looking to access our market. So my name is Andrew Gross, and I am in charge of international relations at the New Jersey Economic Development Authority. And that is the equivalent of the Ministry of Economy of the state of New Jersey. My background is in international relations, and I had the pleasure to visit Brazil earlier this year for the first time with the U.S. government on an economic delegation. So I'm very honored to continue this discussion, and I'm very appreciative of Drummond because they actually met with us during our visit and also choose New Jersey, and you're going to hear from them in a little bit. But let me first say that Newark, New Jersey, which is the largest city in New Jersey, is very, very important to us as a state. And one of the reasons is because of the important economic role that the city of Newark plays, but also because of the very large Brazilian community that we have here. And so when you think about New Jersey, of course, think about the communities that we have and the many Brazilians that we have and the successes that Brazilians have had when they've entered our state, which is very unique in all of our country. So we can go to the next slide. So I'm going to share first just a little bit about our ministry and the work that we do and our relationship with Brazil, and a little bit about some of the programs that we have. And then I'm going to pass the floor to Andy to speak a little bit more about New Jersey, and then I look forward to the conversation. So just as some general background, the New Jersey Economic Development Authority, again, is a state government organization. It's a state entity, and we have a board of directors, and we are about 400 people in a state of about 9 million residents. And our job is to be in charge of all the economic growth of the state of New Jersey. Our CEO is a member of the cabinet of the governor of New Jersey, and he is in charge of the economic portfolio of the state. Next. So this is our governor. His name is Phil Murphy. He was the U.S. ambassador to Germany during the administration of President Barack Obama. And before that, he had a very successful career in finance at Goldman Sachs. And so he brings a lot of experience and a lot of vision to economic development and also international relations. And when I visited Brazil this year, I really learned for the first time how incredible the economy of Brazil is and how innovative the people of Brazil are. I met so many amazing companies. It was really extremely interesting. Of course, Drummond played a big role in that, but I want to share with you some points about New Jersey that I think are very relevant for Brazilian companies. So first of all, we have the highest concentration of scientists and engineers in the United States. We have a huge regional GDP around New Jersey that gives you access to the biggest markets in America, including New York and Philadelphia. We have one of the most important maritime ports in the country. Here in the presentation, it says that we're number 2, but sometimes we're number 1. We have still a very strong commitment to clean energy. And our governor said that we must be 100% on clean electricity by the year 2035, and we're still focused on this. We have the top university in the United States in our state, which is Princeton University. And of course, we're one of the most diverse and ethnically diverse states in the nation, including, again, with this amazing Brazilian community here in New Jersey. Next. So our government is focused on investing in people, making New Jersey the state of innovation. This is really the theme of our economy. We're a state very, very focused on technology and innovation and science. We also are investing in our communities, and we want to make government work better for everyone. Next. So this slide is just a representation of how connected New Jersey is. We have flights all over America and all over the world, including to South America and Latin America. In fact, Newark Airport, which is in the city of Newark, is one of the largest airports in the United States. So for anyone living here or doing business, you should know that you get access to the entire world from New Jersey with direct flights to every corner of the earth. Next. So what I want to share here is a message that the New Jersey economy is very strong. We have one of the most diverse economies in America, which is very unique. Even though we are one of these smaller states, we actually have one of the most diverse economies touching almost every sector of industry. It's important to note that since 2023, in the year 2023, New Jersey was ranked as the most improved state for business. So we are a very friendly business state. We are among the top 3 states with the highest quality of life. And what makes that happen is us having one of the top education systems in America. Actually, we have the #1 public education system in the country. So when you want to bring your children or have a family in our state, we are an excellent state for having a family. We have a very, very high credit rating, which has increased every single year of the governor's administration. And we have invested a lot in the high-tech industries of America, which are all in our state. Technology, pharmaceuticals, fintech, logistics, and many more. And we also support our small businesses with over $100 million in awards through one specific program that we have, but we have many programs that support small businesses here. Next slide. Again, this is just a sample of the many industries that we focus on in New Jersey: advanced manufacturing, clean energy, film and media, financial services, food and beverage, life sciences, logistics, and technology. Next. This is just a message that New Jersey is really, really succeeding globally. Our name recognition is the highest level it has ever been in history. Next year, we will have not only several of the World Cup games played in New Jersey, but we will actually have the final game also played here. So it's called the New York, New Jersey Stadium, but I can assure you that the games are played right here in New Jersey. And one of the reasons why FIFA gave us the World Cup is because they recognize how important and powerful New Jersey is, not just in the American economy, but in the global economy, and how strong our logistics are here in New Jersey, and how connected we are to the world. And so these games will have a huge impact on our state, bringing over $2 billion in investment to the region. We'll see more tourists, more hotels being used, all of our restaurants being full of customers, and our tourism reaching enormous numbers. So we are very, very excited for this global role that we have, that we are preparing for now, and we will see this happen next year. Next, please. Next slide. So this is just a sample about New Jersey's global relations economically. So we see here that since our governor, Phil Murphy, entered his administration, we received almost $14 billion in investment from other countries into only New Jersey. These are the top 10 countries investing in our state. And you can see that these countries are high technology countries, countries with very large manufacturing and a lot of innovation. So this is who is investing in New Jersey and creating a lot of jobs. But I'm going to speak about Brazil. Next slide, please. So this is just a map to show you where we see our top investors coming from. And in South America, we see two countries listed there. One of them is Brazil. Next slide. So Brazil is the number 32 country for economic relations with New Jersey. Now, you may say that 32 is not a great number, but actually there are many countries that were not included on our ranking system. So Brazil is actually the second largest, most important economic power to New Jersey in South America. If you include Latin America, Mexico is number one, followed by Brazil and then Argentina. But we believe that Brazil presents huge opportunity for New Jersey. Next. So these are the rankings of our economic relations. I won't go through all of it, but this goes all the way starting with India down to Spain. And then the next slide, please. We see Brazil listed here. I'm just looking for it between Poland and Malaysia. So actually some important countries in the world, in this case, Asia and Europe. And we do see Brazilian investments happening here. One of the largest investments that we saw recently was by Rondon Corporation from South Brazil. They invested in New Jersey by building a truck manufacturing center for very advanced technology for the construction of truck chassis systems. And so Rondon is expanding this facility. They hired more workers, and we're very excited about their participation in our economy. Just this year, I visited with Choose New Jersey, the factory in South Brazil, and saw the work that they're doing, and we're very excited to welcome more companies like this to our state. Next, please. One important point. So some of the things that we do include having over 80 incentive programs that we offer. We sit on billions of dollars that we help to direct into companies across the state. And in our discussion, we can speak about some of the programs that we have. Some of those programs allow for investment in companies. Some of them allow for companies to access angel investment or different types of tax credits. We have a program to help companies enter New Jersey and give them a tax credit for new workers that they hire. Programs to help with sustainability of buildings. So we have many types of programs, and when we meet companies and we learn about their needs, we can talk about some of these 80 programs that we have and help to identify which one might be right for that company. But most of the programs are really for companies who are established in New Jersey. And my colleague Andy, in a few moments, will be able to speak a little bit more about this and the services that Choose New Jersey offers companies like yours when you're thinking about entering our market. But one program that's very interesting is called the Strategic Innovation Center program. New Jersey has built over 12 of these facilities across the state. We've committed almost $240 million to these programs, and these are industry vertical centers that basically bring together different industries in a building. So we can go to the next slide, please. So some of them are about life sciences and pharmaceuticals. Some are about aerospace and aviation or technology. One of them is about financial technology, fintech. And so we have many types of programs. Also, I should add, one is about telecommunications and mobile networks with Nokia Bell Labs. So we can talk about these programs. Each building has a different focus and a different system. and they are open to partnership opportunities and collaboration with different companies. Next, please. One last program I want to mention is called New Jersey BASE. It stands for Business Acceleration and Soft Landing Ecosystem. Next slide, please. This facility is under my department, and this is a new building for foreign companies looking to enter the US market. And we will have anywhere from 15 to 20 companies who want to enter the US. They may be selected for 1 or 2 years of free rent and put together with an operator who will help to guide their entry into the US market. This program will launch in about 1 or 2 months from now in Jersey City, New Jersey, which is located only 15 minutes from Manhattan and the heart of the global financial center of the world. It is also located in a strategic relationship in New Jersey, in the heart of our economic center of the state, and of course, close to where Liz is located in Newark. Next, please. So that concludes my presentation. I look forward to your questions, and I pass to my colleague, Andy from Choose New Jersey. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for the opportunity. First and foremost, thank you to Drummond Advisors for putting together this panel. My name is Andy Kuhn. I'm the Director of Business Development for Choose New Jersey. Choose New Jersey is the state's nonprofit economic development organization. Our mission is to attract international businesses and to attract investment into New Jersey and help those businesses thrive. Our organization is privately funded by more than 120 corporate partners, higher education partners, and also members of our labor community. And it makes us unique among many economic development organizations in the country simply because we are a nonprofit, which allows us to be more nimble and be able to broker connections specifically for businesses. So, how can we support businesses like yours who are seeking to enter market? Choose New Jersey provides free, confidential support to help companies assess their market. We provide market intelligence services and data analysis so you could better understand your potential partners for collaboration or sales, or industry partners for sourcing a product necessary for manufacture of your own good. We provide site selection assistance for any of those companies who are seeking to make a physical presence in the state, be it a small office for their first initial operation, or if you're looking to establish a larger facility, a larger office piece, or a larger industrial plant. Our organization will help you better understand the network in the state and also find that type of land or building opportunity that would be perfect for you. We provide connections to professional service organizations, to universities, and workforce development partners as well. So if you are seeking to grow your operation here in the state, you have the resources to allow you to do that most effectively. We also serve as tip of the spear in initial conversations, working with our partners at the New Jersey Economic Development Authority to walk through specific types of incentives and programs that could be available to your business based on the type of job creation or capital intensity of your project, or if there's a specific metric that we think would be viable in our key priority sectors in New Jersey. We can explore any opportunity that would be available and making sure that your operation has full access to the full scope of programs that Andrew mentioned. One of the things that we also help do is we recognize that a number of Brazilian companies have their existing footprint in the state, primarily through operations at the Port of Newark, Elizabeth. Recognizing that the vast majority of these companies are importing fresh fruit, specifically acai, along with a number of wood products, rubber products, automotive pieces, different types of polymers, chemicals. These importation pieces, we recognize that for a number of companies, it's daunting to figure out the right type of warehousing operation if they need to do a co-vigilance piece. Our organization will help you find the right partners and broker a specific connection that would allow you to actually create entry here in the United States. There's a number of organizations we have at our disposal that could help you not only from an initial siting piece on a small office, but also help you get engaged to figuring out if there's a warehousing operation or a 3PL operation that you would be best to partner with. One of the many things that our organization does. I wanted to leave as much time for questions as possible, but just to give you an overall rundown of what we're doing. From the partners that you've seen here from Invest Newark and the NJEDA, there is a number of resources that we can put around you to help you make a location decision here in the United States. As Liz mentioned, Newark has a sizable population, almost 15,000 Brazilians living within the city, but we also have key pockets around Elizabeth and Long Branch. And so diversity is our strength here in New Jersey. We're confident that if you came here and you set up your business, you would find people that speak your language and enjoy the same customs you do. And so Choose New Jersey looks forward to any opportunity that we can engage with you on a more personal level to figure out a way for help you to be able to enter the U.S. market and do so here in New Jersey. We look forward to connecting with you more fully in the future.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Andy. So guys, if you have any questions, please post here in the Q&A. I do have a few questions, Andy, Andrew, Elizabeth, that I would like to, just put myself in my client's shoes because those are the questions that they ask me, so I'm gonna ask you because I think that's very important. Of course, one of the things that they always ask about is incentives. Elizabeth presented a few of the incentives in Newark, Andrew as well. But I would just like to, ask you, what do you think are some of the most relevant incentives that, especially for investors, might have in the state of New Jersey if they want to start a new business, if maybe they want to hire someone, if, hey, maybe I just want to buy a warehouse for future sale. So what type of information can you guys provide us for these clients they're trying to think about, a new investment in the state of New Jersey and the incentive that they might have to go for with that investment?
Andrew, if you want to start, I can start here.
You go ahead. Yeah, please.
Yep. I think it really depends on the size and the scale of the project. For a larger operation that's looking to do any kind of manufacture, the majority of the programs that exist primarily around job creation. When you start a project, you would initially find a site, you would find one at the local level. Knowing that many of our communities are very hungry for this type of operation that would allow them high-skilled manufacturing labor opportunities. There are local payments in lieu of tax programs, which basically a tax abatement program on your property taxes during construction of specific facilities. Once that facility is constructed, there's a number of programs that could be wrapped around the project from a real estate assistance perspective for upgrades to the facility itself in the form of clean energy grant and loan programs. But the larger scale drivers are around job creation. The key program, the NJEDA Emerge program, which offers per job tax credits between $600 and $8,000 per job, depending on the wages associated with the job. And then there's the new manufacturing tax credit program, which has a multiplier of your job creation and your total capex, which can provide you a tax reimbursement, a tax credit that goes based on the type of creation you're doing. So from the large scale, there's a number of large projects, but if you're a smaller business who's looking to engage, there's also a whole bevy of programs through the NJEDA Small Business Program that can provide rent support, that can provide specific types of financing that could allow you to look at the total building need to get it upfit for your need to be able to operate. So there's programs that are available up to $200,000, $50,000 in form of grant and loan programs specifically to help businesses of all sizes.
Perfect. No, that's great, Andy. Also because I mean, I'm sure you guys are aware of the tariffs. They're impacting a lot of our clients. So a lot of them like, hey, maybe I cannot import, but maybe, hey, if you wanna, manufacture something, invest, hire people in New Jersey,
Yeah.
maybe you might have those incentives. So this is very relevant for our clients here.
I think
wanted
a quick point on that too would be understanding that New Jersey has a number of free trade zones that exist in the state. For those industries that are most affected by global tariffs today, and who knows if they will exist tomorrow, if there's opportunities to be able to import specific types of product and have that product emerge out of the trade zone as a different type of good, we have at least 5 operating throughout the state. And so we're happy to broker specific connections with those trade zone administrators. So you could so individual businesses can make a determination whether it would be advantageous for them to import product through our ports and then have it go into a vigilance center through the foreign trade zone, which could
Awesome.
really affect their total taxation profile.
Well, that's great to know. Great to know. Great to know. Awesome.
I,
Go
I
ahead,
just want
Andrew.
to add. I just want to add one point. Andy talked about our programs, and which is really important. And we have so many of these programs. When we get to know the companies, we can talk more specifically about their needs. But one thing that I noticed in Brazil is that, and this question came up a lot, which is New Jersey cheaper than another state? Does New Jersey have the best value? Maybe, Enrique, I'm stealing your next question.
No, no, go ahead, my friend.
But
Go
but
ahead.
the question is, what is the value of New Jersey compared to Florida and Georgia and North and South Carolina? I know that Andy has a lot to say about that. I'm sure, Liz has something to say as well. But what's really important and what I notice of the Brazilian companies is that a lot of them were not familiar with this part of the United States. They were more familiar with the southern part of the United States, and that is completely fine. But here in our area, it is a little bit more expensive to do business here. Our taxes are higher here. However, the situation is very different here. Our education system is completely different than what you find in the South. Also, the access that you have in New Jersey to global markets like New York and Philadelphia is very, very different for raising capital. It's also very different for the logistics industry when you have to transport goods and you have to be close to a large port and you have to reach customers all over the United States. So, when you actually think about the benefits of New Jersey, in a lot of ways, it lowers the costs of business. And that's why New Jersey is a very popular place and why it's a little bit more expensive here because we are a very high demand state with a very high demand labor force that is also very, very skilled with a lot of degrees. So people tend to succeed in this area. Um, but I want to encourage all of the companies in Brazil and everyone who is participating to think about the benefits of being in this part of America and to not necessarily listen to the first opinion you hear, which is just go to the south of the United States where it's very, very cheap. Because sometimes you end up paying more um, to avoid the taxes and some of the costs of business in the long term and in sort of the summary of everything.
No,
To
that's a
piggyback
perfect
on
point.
Andrew's point really quick, we had a client from South America who was seeking to import limes, and they were trying to get them most effectively into the Midwest Chicago market. They were pricing out specific types of operations through logistics versus the port of Miami, and then working out of the ports of Baltimore and Washington, D.C. And also trying to consider whether or not the New Jersey market made sense. From a sheer cost perspective, to be able to transport goods, it made more fiscal sense for this client to actually take their goods all the way into the port of Newark and then truck it or use additional rail into the Midwestern markets in Chicago, simply because of the amount of infrastructure connections that we have here in the Northeast.
Perfect. No, thank you so much, Andy and Andrew. Those are good points. Elizabeth, go ahead.
Sure. I just want to mention something. Vou falar em português e pouquinho em inglês também. So, we have a program here that's called Urban Enterprise Zone. A lot of businesses that come into Newark, New Jersey, or the state of New Jersey don't know about the program. Isto é um programa de imposto sobre vendas. Which is a 3.3125% sales tax only. É imposto só de 3.3125% de imposto. Isto é para negócios que são novos, que estão a abrir ou que já existem. It's a program that we have in the state of New Jersey. Different cities have applied for it. Newark, New Jersey is one of the cities that does qualify for that program. So, se você está interessado em vir para a cidade de Newark, isso é um programa que a gente ajuda também a aplicar. A representante que ajuda com esse programa chama-se Andrea McLean.
Great, perfect. Thank you so much, Elizabeth.
You're welcome.
Guys, let me ask, I have a question here from Djalma. So Djalma is saying, according to what Andy said, is it possible to receive some support to find a local partner for a food distributor? So I think his question, hey guys, can you help? If I want to find a food distributor or anything else, any type of support, Choose New Jersey would be able to help us to find that. Like partners, you know, in any industry? I'm just gonna ask a more general question. Is that something you guys can support?
Yes, we have a whole list of food processing facilities and agents in the state of New Jersey. So if they're looking for a co-packer, we have a co-packers list. Or if they're looking for specific types of trade partners through our resources and our partnerships with the New Jersey Manufacturing Extension Partnership Supply Chain Registry, we can help put you in contact with those partners that would allow you to determine if there's anybody who could potentially collaborate with to be able to help accelerate your product and market.
Perfect. So, Djalma, if you have any questions, the team here is will be happy to help. So, guys, another question that I have, we work a lot with technology companies. And I just wanted to check if you're seeing any trends or opportunities in the health tech sector specifically, or even in technology in this era of AI, right? A lot of our clients, they do have interest in working that specific industry. So, just wanted to ask you if you see anything in the state of New Jersey, any trends or any incentives. I'm gonna talk about incentives again because that's what they ask me all the time.
I'll say real quick that the greatest incentive in our market right now isn't necessarily a specific, cash program to a business. With the largest life science companies in the world being located here in New Jersey, the vast majority of those companies have assumed war chests in the billions, tens of billions of dollars, looking for companies to acquire with critical technologies. So having access into our market here in New Jersey allows you to play in that same network for potential acquisition. We're seeing a lot of companies in the life science space in specific types of advanced pharmaceutical ingredients or different types of therapies, all trying to find market here in New Jersey for the potential um, of getting acquired by the Johnson and Johnsons, the Mercks. Also, simply for those companies who have clinical trial data, we have a number of programs that work within our education ecosystem for training of advanced data around AI, and also being able to sell some of that data into the space for collaboration uses with our large pharmaceutical players. And that's just the pharmaceutical end. In the large tech end as well, with the growth of AI and financial services technologies, because of our presence of data centers here in the state, a number of companies are seeking to locate themselves here for the sheer availability of data and latency. And so it presents a very valued opportunity to engage with the entire New Jersey ecosystem, which has some of the giants of the entire global industry.
Great. Perfect. Yeah, it's something that also would like to mention, guys, is something that people sometimes they go to New York and they have been to New Jersey, but they think that they don't know that they have been to New Jersey because New Jersey is so close to New York. So if you're established in New York, you know, close to New York, you're basically getting advantage of the entire population, which is very large in the state of New Jersey. So this is something very common as well. We see a lot of people that, hey, I went to New York. I was like, no, you were actually in New Jersey, but you didn't even know that you were in New Jersey. You know, so
Maybe,
that's
Enrique, I just want to make a point. I'm sorry about that,
go ahead, go ahead.
which is, New Jersey is part of a larger ecosystem. It's part of a big market. And New Jersey is the cheaper alternative to New York in many ways. And it is cheaper to have a business in New York. Sorry, it is cheaper to have a business in New Jersey than in New York. But what's more important to understand is that even though our markets are integrated, there's still different markets and there's still different places. So New Jersey has different taxes, and we also offer a lot of industries that New York City definitely does not have. Andy spoke about our life sciences industry. We are number one in America in life sciences and pharmaceutical. That is without a question. And that cannot exist in New York City because of the space required, the talent, and also the logistics needed, in addition to the universities that are involved in that. So New Jersey has always been the home of innovation and technology, much more than New York. New York is just famous, and New York is a center of finance and a center of capital attraction. New York is wonderful for many things. We love New York too, but New Jersey has a lot of things that New York doesn't have. We have a lot of corporate headquarters and manufacturing here that New York does not have and will never have. One more thing I just want to add about AI, which is related to this, is New Jersey actually started a new tax incentive, a new program around attracting AI data centers. And we also are building an innovation center with Princeton University to create a central AI center for the entire state of thought leadership, and also to work with companies, not just in New Jersey, but all over the country. So New Jersey is continuing to lead not only in AI, but is leading in innovation and technology as a leader in America. And I think that all of the companies here would really benefit from being part of our ecosystem.
Perfect. That's great. Guys, just wanted to talk to the public here, our participants, to see if anybody else has any Q&A. I had other questions, guys, but you answered basically almost all of them, and we are very close to the end of our webinar. So I just wanted to also see if you guys have any other comments, but I would like to thank you so much for, being here today. I would like to thank Lucas and our interpreter. But that was very, for me, especially that I'm every day with clients and they're trying to say, hey, where should I open my business, And they're always, like Andy said, they're like, oh, I'm going to open in Miami. I'm going to go to, Florida. That's the first state. So it's great to have this opportunity so that they can understand a little bit more about New Jersey, investment opportunities, and they will have all of your contacts. We will share this presentation with everybody that was participating here. This Zoom meeting will also be uploaded to our YouTube channel, so people can go over that and also listen to it later. But again, Andy, Andrew, Elizabeth, I would like to thank you so much for your time, for being here today. And just if you guys have any final words, please.
We love our Brazilian partners here in Newark and surrounding. So the carpet is rolled out for every single one of you that wants to come up here to New Jersey. We're looking forward to having you.
Perfect, perfect.
I just say I'm lucky to work in Newark with a great Brazilian community. We have the best food. We have direct flights every day to Brazil.
That's true.
We're very proud of that, and we welcome everyone to come and see us. We're available to answer questions and help you. Maybe Liz?
Yes, queria agradecer à comunidade brasileira da parte da nossa cidade de Newark, New Jersey. Se tiver algumas perguntas ou qualquer informação que necessitar, a gente estamos aqui disponível sempre. A informação será disposta para o Henrique, o nosso contacto. Muito obrigada.
Perfeito. Então tá bom, pessoal. Guys, thank you so much for being here today. It was a pleasure, and I'll see you in the next webinar, okay? Obrigado, pessoal. Até a
Obrigada.
próxima. Bye. Tchau, tchau.